Hello there, it's James from Design Spec. We have put this video together for anyone planning a single story extension this year or any year. If that is you, stay tuned because we're going to run through the differences between your permitted development rights and a planning application or planning permission. We've put together a little PD checklist that you can get by commenting below the word checklist and we will send it to you. Also, you can find a link within our YouTube page in the description that will take you straight through to that same checklist. At the end of this video as well, we've put together a very large guide that can take you step by step for the entirety of the journey, and I'll walk you through how to get hold of that later on in this video. Permitted development, what is it? Your home, generally speaking, has what we call permitted development rights. These rights mean that you can extend your home on the ground floor up to 3 to 4 meters, depending on whether you're detached or otherwise, without the need to apply to your local council for planning permission. Permitted development does require that you follow some very simple guidelines. So for example, the materials must match existing. You are limited on the total height of your proposed extension. You must be set X amount of meters away from boundaries, or at least consider boundaries when designing your proposed extension. You've also got things such as land levels that can affect whether or not permitted development rights will be permissible for you and your family. You can check that out on the planning portal or on the government website as to whether or not you work through that list. But as I say, we've also put together a PD checklist that is much shorter. It's a single A4 page and you can very easily and quickly work through that list. That checklist, if for whatever reason you're working down the list and you cannot comply fully with permitted development, then you fall into the planning application bracket. This application, as simple as it sounds, is you asking for planning permission. So it's you filling in the correct forms, paying the fee and having the drawings prepared to go to your local authority, and you are asking them, can I please have this extension? You would apply for planning permission, again, if you fall outside of the guide or your permitted development rights. That could mean that you are requesting a higher roof than what PD would allow. You may be looking to extend further out the back or further to the side than what PD would allow. So let's give you some examples. A ground floor extension, you can apply for 3 to 4 meters. If you need a 5 meter extension, you actually fall into a new bracket whereby you would either require prior approval or full planning permission. So for the sake of this video, we're going to dive into the full planning permission. Again, use the checklist to differentiate between the prior approval and the PD itself, the general PD. With planning permission, if you are extending further, and as we use this example of 5 meters, so if you're extending further than 3 to 4 meters, or you're up to 4 plus, you're effectively hoping that the council will work with you and that your property can indeed take a 5 meter extension without having too much impact on either the surrounding area, direct neighbors, or even your home. It could be that you're in a very small 2-bedroom cottage and that a 5 meter extension would throw the balance of that property completely out of whack. So the local authority is there to ensure that all properties follow a similar synergy. And there are times whereby we recommend to our clients that moving home is not just cheaper, but it can be 10 times easier. That if we feel planning permission is just not going to be granted in that scenario, then moving home may be the best thing for you and your family. If you are ever unsure as to whether or not you do indeed need planning permission, always reach out to us, reach out to a local design company, as they will be able to help you very quickly and very easily with making that judgment call. As I say, using the checklist that we've prepared, that will get you off the ground. That will certainly help just get you started. That's permitted development and the planning system. If you are still unsure as to anything in between there, or you're not too sure where to start or where this finishes, total timelines, what kind of costs could be involved, we've also put together a very large homeowner guide, which you can get by commenting below the word guide or follow the link within the bio for a downloadable PDF. That PDF is a very lengthy PDF. We've also put together another shorter video series that can walk you through with all of our key takeaways from each section of that document. If any of that is of interest to you, be sure to use those links, be sure to comment, and we'll make sure that a member of our team is helping get you started today.